Hello out there to everyone in the verse. Gabby here with my weekly show where I do my best to offer up advice and solutions to the many interpersonal problems that any one of us might face, whether that be tackling relationship difficulties or just being an ear for someone in need. Tonight we have a couple of interesting stories I want to share, and of course a Dear Gabby update as well. Remember that if you have your own difficulty you would like to share, please mail in your concern or you can post it in the comments below and I will give my very best advice to you if chosen. So be sure to let me know your troubles for your own chance at a problem-solving take from the galactically known Gabby. No rest for the weary, eh, Trumbull?
No ma'am, but with the expo now behind us, I'm glad for a break. Even if the show goes on, it's nice not having to pull double duties.
Absolutely, Trumbull. Gabby is ready to fly off into some distant sunset and relax, which I will do just as soon as my 600i has had its new best of show paint job slapped on, so Gabby can fly off in style. This week's show will be short, well, shortish. We still have 3 letters to get through, so let's get to it. And so, Trumbull, with our sponsor loaded, roll the theme. I will try not to rush tonight's show, but I gotta tell ya, Gabby's got a hankering for something to eat, which reminds me to talk about tonight's sponsor, Twins Sandwiches. These aren't your everyday average kitchen-made sandwiches now. Gabby can make a mean Thorshoe meat sandwich, but sometimes I just don't have the time. But that's okay, because Twins has me covered. I get on down there and order me up a bacon club, which is my go-to. But at times when I'm feeling frisky, I grab the Godmother, which has layers of cured meat and salami stacked high with tangy Faso cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, roasted peppers, and their famous house dressing on rice bread. I keep meaning to try their avocado and corn, but every time I go, I just gotta have my 2 favorites, and sometimes Miss Gabby isn't too adventurous, at least with her food. But by all means, all of you need to head over to Twin Sandwiches or order directly from your Moby Glass and try that avocado and corn, and let Gabby know how it tastes. And as they say, it's what's inside that counts. My tummy's grumbling, so on with the show. Our first letter tonight is someone with a moral problem, and they write, Dear Gabby in Space, I am a quality control pilot for a government agency who verifies that various ships are safe for flight, so as the year ends, my line of work tends to pick up with new ship models or yearly models that are ready for the next year. I'm not 100% sure yet, but after testing a new ship that will remain anonymous, I have found what I think is a fatal flaw. But it's not part of my normal testing and part of another employee's testing. And after talking to them about it, they do not appear to be willing to report it, saying it's nothing major and happens all the time. I am not okay with this, but this employee has the power and connections at the company to have me fired. This has no way of coming back on me, but I just don't know what I would do if someone in our system was hurt because of this. It's a moral quandary here. Signed, Morality Check. Dear Morality Check, whatever or however you do this, you need to report it. As far as how you can do so without losing your job, well, maybe try having the issue brought to light in a way that cannot be traced back to you, at least not by this other less moral coworker. Is this something you can report to a different agency so it gets brought to your company's attention in a way that does not necessarily come back on you? Like perhaps a sister agency from another system. That way it becomes known and then your company and even this individual are forced to also acknowledge it. I'm not sure all of the angles here, but this seems like a way to bring the attention to light without it falling directly on you. Thank you for the letter, and I appreciate you wanting to do the right thing, even if it could mean your career. Our second letter is from a food stand employee, and they write, Dear Gabby in Space, I work at a food stand. I do not want to say which one, but I know Trumbull will collect random footage, so let's just say a hot dog stand. Anyway, there is this new social media viral thing where stupid teenagers go around trying to shoot fake commercials, and there is a video of me in the scene, which they got without my permission. I would like the video taken down, but they refuse and have left it up. You see, I have a troubled past with a bad relationship, and I do not want someone knowing where I work, so it's a tricky situation, and I am at a loss on how to deal with this before it's possibly seen and I get an unwanted guest from my past who shows up to start trouble again. Any advice on how I can get this taken down would be appreciated. Signed, Unwanted Attention. Dear Unwanted Attention, I'm sorry you have experienced what many have, and that is individuals who skirt another individual's privacy laws for their own gain. You did send the link, so I will have the authorities look into that matter to have those punished who failed to get the proper permissions before posting the video. But as for your main issue of not wanting to be found by someone from your past, give us a call here and we have many connections through our sponsors, and we will find you a different job and maybe even one better through our sponsors, so you do not have to worry about being found, because honestly the damage is already done. We'll help you out here, so do not worry, and thank you for bringing this up, as maybe others will think twice before posting videos with other people in them without their express permission. It is now time for our Dear Gabby update, and this week's update comes to us with some sad news from someone who wrote into us a couple of months ago when Port Olisar was about to be decommissioned, and they write, Dear Gabby in Space, I am a former co-worker of the writer Broken Over PO, who had written in about feeling sad about Port Olisar being decommissioned. Your advice got him through, and he was hoping to find out what would become of the station and if he could perhaps play a part or continue working there to help keep it going if they were to go that route as a touristy destination. Well, after getting nowhere and being reassigned to Seraphim Station, he just could not handle his grief, and so he left me a letter saying he was going out to seek the station, if only to crash his vehicle into it. There has been no word of his fate, but I fear he did just that and is no longer with us. Regardless, he will not get his dream of being able to work out his career on the station that he loved. I just wanted to give you an update on his situation. Signing out for Broken Over PO. Oh, that is sad to hear, and I will hold out hope that he either finds something else that gives him a reason to go on, or that he found peace at the end with the station that he loved. I reached out, and yeah, there is still no word on what's to be done with the old PO, and as far as anyone knows, it's just been towed to some undisclosed location until they figure things out. I wish Broken Over PO had waited, because you never know, something could still be done with it, and he was the foremost maintenance expert on the station, so he could have still had some part to play in it. If you're out there, Broken Over PO, do give us an update, and I hope you're okay. That is all for this week's show. Tune in next week, and until then, I hope you all stay safe out there in the verse. Me and Trumbull wish you all well. Thank you for watching. Say goodnight, Trumbull.
Good night, Trumbull.